masters of speed. This is Formula One.
Yo, welcome to Brazil, the home of Ayrton Senna. We started P10, it's another setup video. It's going to be a tricky one starting at P10. Let's go. So hey, hope you're good, hope you guys are well. 5 red lights. It's going to be a tricky one today. Oh. Oh, getting absolutely yeeted. Absolutely yeeted. But yeah, that'll do. P8. Up 2 places. You might notice that I'm a little bit slow in a straight line, but that is okay. And the reason why, and you'll see why in the setup, why I've gone with something so go with something so very high in the setup. I'm going to make a move. It's because it's wet, and around Brazil the streets are so short, obviously apart from this one, but the streets are so short. Downforce is a must, especially in the wet. You really need to, in the wet, it's better to be slower and confident than slower, not confident, and then all ruining your race. Like I said, I much prefer to be behind the wheel of a stable car than a car that is all over the place, snapping left, right and centre. Gonna send it on Carlos Sainz as he is holding me right up. Oh, I locked up. That's not good. See if I can get down the side. Stroll, no, but I will get him going into the next corner.
Yes, that's P6.
Oh, from far back. He saw that coming. I love Brazil as a circuit. I really do. .20.
Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Problem is with Brazil though, ERS doesn't recharge all that well, and especially when you're running the higher wings, it recharges even less. But as you can see, even in this weather, with these high wings, you can really send it through the corners, and there's nothing better than that, being able to do that. Especially when league racing.
Nice move, keep going.
So you need to feel confident about the car that you're racing. Obviously, as minimal errors that you can cause will be better for your other drivers in the league as well, because you ain't going to end up killing them or bringing out unnecessary safety cars, and that's the main thing.
Gap to your teammate behind is 3.6 seconds.
Running out the road. How fast your AI are, man. I think P2 maybe. Obviously I gotta catch these guys up. But just being able to, you know, really send it on that right hand and not worry about anything. You also have to remember, mind, this car is very capable of snapping regardless of how stable it is. So you still do need to have your wits about you. You know, you should have your wits about you anyway because it's a wet race, but you know, I've said this before many times, it takes me a while to get into a wet race. Don't know why that is. You know, it just does, but
Final lap, push.
I'm going to need to get past Verstappen to get onto that podium. Don't know if I can do it though. Because these guys are on their last lap. This is where they dump all their ERS. As you can see, he's pulling away from me. The only chance I got of getting him now is in the corners. I'll have a try at this next corner. Oh, can I do it? Yeah, but I don't know if he'll get me back in on the long tear up the hill. Probably could have sent it on Piastri then. Possibly, I might send it on him. No, ain't gonna have a chance now. Oh, he'd be slow coming up to there. Here he comes though. Oh, look at this. Did I do it? Anyway, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. The setup's next. He beat me. He absolutely beat me. Shocking.
And it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
As the winners make their way up to the podium, one can only imagine the celebrations that will take place at McLaren tonight. Congratulations to everyone on the team, securing the win and proving that they're a force to be reckoned with out on the track. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Lando Norris, hasn't it? Smooth, confident and assured. I've got no doubt that he and his team are going to be over the moon with his performance today.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So, I've gone with this for the Brazil setup then. I've gone with 39 on the front, 36 on the rear. You have to remember Brazil is a circuit that needs quite a bit of downforce anyway, and in the wet it needs a lot more. It really does need more, so you're going to need to take your time, especially at Brazil. So yeah, 39 on the front, 36 on the rear. On the transmission I've gone with a flat 50-50. It's entirely up to you guys though. As I've said before, for those who use ABS off, if you find you are locking the rears, increase the off throttle diff, but I like to run 50-50 in the wet. It really helps. Whereas the Mexico setup was changed a little bit, I've kept this one right, left. I find it works very well. I will obviously keep saying to you guys, make sure that you just treat this setup as a base setup, and the more you play around with this setup, you know, the better it will be for you. If you make a change and you find it doesn't work, just reload the setup, you know. It's all about trial and error. You know, keep on testing that setup, keep on changing things, testing it, and on to the next. On the suspension then, I've gone with a 32 on the front, rear on the 9 on the rear. On the roll bar, I've gone with 12 on the front and 2 on the rear. On the ride height, I've increased this quite a bit. 35 on the front and 39 on the rear. I think it works really well. But yeah, again, up to you guys. You guys test it, find out, let me know in the comments. Would love to hear from you. On to the brakes then, I've gone with 100 on the front, 56 on the rear. On the brake bias. This will probably change as there's a few heavy braking zones into turn 1, into turn, I forget the turn number, but it's before the long, it's the left-hander before the long uphill on the start-finish straight. But yeah, that'll probably change during the race, but 56 is a good starting point. Again, that only applies to ABS off users. ABS on users, just forget about this part, because you'll have no problems. And then on the tyres, pretty much kept them the same as the dry setup for obvious reasons. If it does get a little bit wetter, puddles form, and if you hit the puddles, tyre temperature drops, and you're going to want as much tyre temperature in the tyres as possible. So I've kept them, let them dry. The good thing is as well that it doesn't matter whether it's a 5 lapper, 25%, 35% or 50% race, the tyres don't seem to wear all that bad either with the higher tyre temperatures. But obviously when the switchover comes from wet to dry, you do find they overheat a little bit. But if you're running a wet setup, I would naturally assume that it's a full wet race, but it is what it is. This has been Brazil. I hope it helps. I really do. Do all that good stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.